Okay, today I want to show you how to set up a simple desktop sharing session using the Classroom Splashtop application on both your desktop and your iPad. In order to use this with your iPad, you must install the Classroom Splashtop app. It is a free app. You can download it from the App Store. You will also need a Splashtop an account set up with your username and password. So how do I set up a simple sharing session where I can control my desktop from my iPad? Here's what you do. The first thing you need to do is set up a sharing session within Classroom Splashtop. Now you can do it a couple ways. If you have this icon in your tray, you can go here, or if the icon is not in your tray, hit the Windows button, go to Programs, and go to Splashtop Remote, and go Splashtop Session Manager. Either one of those two methods will get you to the same spot. Once you click on that, you have several options here. You can name the session. It could be the lesson that you're presenting. It could be the day of the week. Could be the actual subject area. Whatever you like to name it, here's where you will put the name. Stop sharing, I have to select as never, but you can also stop sharing after the session is idle for 10 minutes. So once I do nothing for 10 minutes, the sharing session is over and it will disconnect my iPad from the desktop. The session code is get a new session code. So if I'm sharing my desktop with a number of participants, this is how they get in to share my desktop. And it will either be by QR code or a number code. So for the purpose of today, I'm just going to keep this as get a new session code. Resolution is what it looks like on your iPad. I keep it at this option here because that looks best on my iPad. However, if I want to see exactly what the computer looks like on my iPad, I would use this. The advantage of using this would be it doesn't move your desktop, it doesn't move your icons all around, it doesn't make them bigger or smaller. However, it may be made more difficult to use on your iPad because it's a little blurrier and the icons, etc., are a little smaller. So I always like to keep it what looks best on the iPad. And then I'm going to start sharing. So here's a start sharing session. Here's the name of the session. Here's the QR code. Here's a session code. There's nobody in here now sharing the desktop because I haven't connected the two yet. So I'm going to connect my desktop. I'm going to connect my iPad to my desktop so I can control my desktop from my iPad. Here's what you need to do on your iPad. So here's my iPad. In order to connect it so I can share my desktop to my iPad, I need to start the Classroom Splashtop app, which is located here. The Classroom Splashtop app is a free app in the App Store. So I'm just going to tap it on my iPad. And now you have to log in to host a session. So I'm going to log into my Splashtop account on my iPad. And the first screen that's going to come up will be different. Yours would probably only be one because you probably only have the software installed on one of your devices. However, I have a couple here. One's an old desktop, one's a new desktop, and one's my laptop. So right now I'm going to join my work laptop because that's the computer that I want to be able to control from my iPad. So I'm just going to join as a host. Now the first thing you'll see is some commands that that are enabled to use the Classroom Splashtop on my iPad. I'm not going to do anything here with them because right now this is my iPad. This is what my iPad looks like. I'm going to just minimize this box real quick. So on my desktop, this is what you see. This is my desktop. This is what I want to be able to control from my iPad. As you can see, I am in the sharing session right now. So now on my iPad, I can control my desktop. So I'm not going to show you, but I'm going to go to the browser, and this is my desktop. I am controlling my desktop from my iPad. So I'm going to log into Boardmaker Online from my iPad, but it's actually this is on the desktop, and I'm doing everything from the iPad. So I can control my desktop from my iPad right here, right now. If I want to play an interactive game with my students using Boardmaker Online, I logged into Boardmaker Online. I'm going to find the activity. Again, this is all happening on my desktop, and I'm controlling it from my iPad. So this allows me to walk around the room and control my desktop. So any lessons, videos, activities that I have on my desktop that I want to show the whole class, I can do that and control it from my iPad. There's going to be another video out where you can share your desktop to multiple iPads and give permission for students or students to control what's happening on your desktop. That'll be the next video. Now, how do I stop this? So I'm going to click out of here, and on my iPad, on the lower right hand corner, there is an option, a little person's head with the number 1 on it. So let me see what it looks like. So let me minimize this and show you my iPad. So don't worry what's happening in the background. Right here in this window right here that's where you can stop sharing, or you hit up here on your iPad. On your iPad, hit stop sharing. And then it'll ask you, are you sure you want to stop sharing? Yes, I want to stop sharing. And then this is what it looks like on your iPad. So you stop sharing your desktop. I hope this helped you with a mini lesson on how to share your desktop to your iPad.